Let's talk about this pressure we all feel. This need to optimize every little thing in our lives. Our workouts, our diets, our schedules. I mean, you name it. We're constantly told there's a single best way to do everything, right? If we just search hard enough, we'll find it. But what if that whole chase is actually a trap? Sound familiar? Spending hours, maybe even days, researching the perfect morning routine or the most efficient way to organize your email. It's this constant, nagging feeling that we could be doing things better, faster, more perfectly. We've all been there. But here's the big idea we're going to unpack today, and honestly, it's a little radical. Optimal is overrated. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to see how that relentless hunt for the absolute best might just be the very thing holding you back. Okay, so first things first, let's break down this myth of perfection and really get into why aiming for optimal is such a tempting, but yeah, ultimately flawed trap. So at its core, this whole optimization craze kind of treats life like a giant math problem. It works on the assumption that if we just collect enough data, apply the right formula, we can figure out the one perfect answer for any situation. But here's the reality check. Life isn't some neat and tidy laboratory. It's chaotic. It's unpredictable. Our situations are always changing, our emotions get in the way, and what we want this year might be totally different next year. That so-called optimal solution that looks so good on paper, it almost never survives its first encounter with the real world. Chasing optimal is a lot like chasing the horizon. The goalpost is always moving. What's perfect for you today is completely wrong for you tomorrow. It just creates this endless, exhausting race toward a finish line that you can never, ever cross. And this isn't just some philosophical debate. This chase for perfection has real, tangible costs. And believe me, the price is surprisingly high. We're going to break it down into 4 key hidden costs. Think of these as the background static, the friction that over-optimizing secretly adds to our lives, even when we think we're being super efficient. First up, decision fatigue. Look, every single day, we've only got so much mental energy to make good choices. And when you spend that precious energy trying to figure out the absolute best brand of coffee or the perfect way to phrase an email, you've got way less left over for the decisions that actually, matter. Number 2 is a classic, paralysis through analysis. Oh, this is that trap of spending so much time trying to craft the perfect plan that you never actually start. All that time you're wasting just thinking about it could have been spent doing something, learning, and making real progress. Third, these optimal systems are just incredibly fragile. They're like a perfectly balanced house of cards. They're amazing as long as everything is perfect, but the second something unexpected happens, you get sick, a new project drops on your desk, the whole thing just completely collapses. Real life needs you to be resilient, not rigid. And the fourth cost? A serious loss of creativity. I mean, when you're so laser focused on finding that one best way, you stop looking around. You close yourself off to exploring, to messy experiments, and to those happy accidents where all the real breakthroughs happen. Okay, so if chasing optimal is the problem, what's the solution? Well, this is where we turn the corner. Let's talk about a much more powerful, more practical, and frankly, healthier alternative. The power of sufficient. The fancy term for this is satisficing. It's basically a mashup of satisfy and suffice. And let's be clear, this is not about settling for mediocre. Not at all. It's a strategic decision to pick a good enough solution right now so you can get moving, start getting feedback, and make it better as you go. It's all about progress, not perfection. And the difference in mindset here is just huge. The optimal approach assumes you can see the future, and it makes you wait for perfect conditions. The sufficient approach, on the other hand, embraces the fact that life is messy. It's flexible, it allows you to learn and adapt, and it creates momentum even when things aren't perfect. Oh, and this quote just says it all, doesn't it? A sufficiently good routine you can follow beats the optimal routine you cannot sustain. I mean, think about it. What's really better? A perfect 2-hour workout that you quit after 3 days, or a good enough 15-minute walk that you do every single day? It's a no-brainer. Consistency will always, always beat short-term intensity. So this all sounds great, but how do we actually make this shift in our real lives? Let's get practical. Here is an action playbook to put the power of sufficient into practice, starting today. It's a super simple 3-step model. First, just start with something that's good enough, something you can actually do and keep doing. Second, focus on being consistent. Just keep showing up, even if the plan isn't perfect. And third, improve as you go. Use the feedback you get from the real world to tweak your approach. Action creates clarity.
And this means we have to consciously, deliberately just throw out that old question that keeps us so stuck. We have to stop asking ourselves, is this optimal? It's a dead-end question that only leads to paralysis.
Instead, let's start asking way better questions. Questions like, does this help me grow? Does this make my life easier? Can I actually keep this up? And maybe the most important one of all, will this still work when things inevitably get messy? See, these questions are all about progress and resilience, the stuff that actually gets you somewhere.
And when you make this change, what you get in return is huge. You stop chasing the empty promise of perfection, and you start living the rewarding practice of progress.
So, here's the bottom line. Optimal gives you this illusion of control that just keeps you stuck and rigid. Progress, on the other hand, gives you real, empowering momentum that makes you adaptable. It's the difference between having a perfect map for a trip you never take and just starting to walk with a compass in your hand.
And the benefits of letting go of this need to optimize everything? They're pretty profound. You get more creativity because you actually have the freedom to explore. You get more action because you're not waiting around for perfect anymore. You become way more adaptable. And maybe best of all, you get so much more peace of mind.
Ultimately, this whole thing really just boils down to one simple, powerful idea. The real path to growth isn't about finding the perfect plan. It's just about having the guts to begin. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Don't worry about the rest. You'll figure it out as you go.